16 foods, eaten in the 13 colonies. 1. Flint corn. Flint corn is one of the oldest varieties of corn. Native Americans taught the earliest colonists to grow it. Cornmeal was used in recipes such as Johnny cakes. It was a fortifying and portable food, similar to pancakes. 2. Pigeons. Many colonists enjoyed eating passenger pigeons. Their meat was boiled, roasted, and baked into pies. The birds eventually went extinct. The last known passenger pigeon died in 1914. 3. Potted meat. Potting was a method used to preserve meat. The meat was cooked and packed tightly into a jar. Then it was covered with butter, lard, or tallow, and capped. The meat was kept for weeks or even months. 4. Pickles. Pickled vegetables were a side dish on colonial tables. Beef was commonly pickled in vinegar and brine. It was preserved in large wooden barrels. Brine was flavored with salt, saltpeter, and spices. 5. Jumbled cookies. Recipes for jumbled cookies appeared in cookbooks in 1585. Eggs, flour, sugar, and caraway seeds were made into a paste. Colonists flavored their cookies with rose water. 6. Pepper cake. The pepper cake was a gingerbread-like loaf. It was flavored with black pepper and molasses. Cooks studded a cake with candied fruits. The cake could be kept for months. 7. Syllabub. Syllabub combines whipped cream with wine or hard cider. The cider was flavored with sugar and nutmeg. It was recommended to milk a cow directly into the liquor. 8. Lobster. Lobsters were called poor man's meat. It is said they washed up ashore in droves. Colonists ate them during difficult seasonal droughts. They designed fishing boats for crustacean catching. They pulled more lobsters than needed. The excess was fed to slaves, prisoners, and servants. 9. Codfish. Codfish was the most popular fish in the colonies. It was often baked with onions and thyme. Once codfish was dried, it became around 80% protein. It was exported to Catholic countries during the fast. 10. Beaver tail. Beaver tail was a delicacy in the colonies. The meat was very fatty. It was typically cooked by roasting. 11. Calf's foot jelly. Molded gelatins were popular among colonists. Calf's foot jelly was made by boiling the hoof of a calf. It was believed to be good for the sick. 12. Applejack. Apples weren't native to North America. Settlers from England brought the tree with them. Water was unsanitary at the time, so hard cider was a primary drink in the colonies. Applejack was created by freezing hard cider. Freeze distillation jacked up the alcohol content to 30%. 13. English ketchup. Ketchup was an Asian-inspired sauce. It was made from mushrooms, walnuts, oysters, and anchovies. One recipe called for vinegar, wine, ginger, and cloves. They were mixed with anchovies, horseradish, and nutmeg. Colonial Americans would eat the sauce on meat or fish. 14. Clabber. Clabber was a form of yogurt. It was made from soured curdled milk. It was flavored with cinnamon, nutmeg, or pepper. 15. Posset. Posset was a popular drink to serve at weddings. It was made with cream, eggs, and flour. When ale was added to the mix, the cream curdled. It turned into drinkable custard. 16. Scrapple. Scrapple consisted of scraps of pork. It included parts of meat like the heart and liver. They were cooked with cornmeal to form a loaf.